You are now tuned into On the Spot. Football's not just a game, it's spiritual. Alright, so we had the first weekend of footy being back. Scottish football is back. It was nice to be able to chuck some games on the telly and be out on Saturday and see a game on the telly while having a couple of pints out and around. Let's just get into it, I think, starting with Rangers. Obviously, I think the big talking point of the weekend is Russell Martin's comments after the game. I've said before, I wasn't too sure on the appointment. I'm all for giving people time. There's a few things that need changed at Rangers. There's the new ownership. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I wasn't too sure on if Martin is this type of character that's going to get Rangers caught up to Celtic. Now, I've been diving a little bit more in over the last few weeks and just trying to, listen to people that are a lot more in the know about the Scottish game, certainly than I am. And, a lot of things sounding around Celtic is about their lack of, obviously, strikers. Brendan Rodgers, we all know he's always liable to go. He kind of feels like he's the type of guy that if he feels like there's a better offer and there's something more, he'll kind of go ahead and he'll take that. So there's a bit of uncertainty at Celtic, but everyone seems to be in agreement they're still ahead of Rangers. So there's a chance that, Celtic might rest on their laurels a little bit, not get things done as they have done the last couple of years. But just overall with Martin, I don't know. I mean, I'm not talking about like his style of football and everything like that. I think that's one thing. I just mean like how he is and how he comes across, and I just don't think he has that spark that you need to have to be able to kind of catch Celtic and be at Rangers. And he's gonna find, obviously, every time you don't win, even if you get a draw, it's not going to be acceptable there. And a little bit of me thought that what he was saying was him trying to show, I know what the standards are here and this is not going to be acceptable. But was it the right thing to do? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Like I say, there has been problems at Rangers there. The squad's not the greatest. He's trying to bring in his own players. They have lost, the likes of Czerny, who is probably their better attacker. And they got through against Panathinaikos last week, and they play again this week in the Champions League qualification. So it's one draw. It's not the end of the world. It's always made out to be at the Old Firm, and especially when there's kind of nothing else going on. But yeah, just an interesting tactic from him to see it. I've watched Sports Scene, so I watched some of the highlights. Diallo hits the bar early on, and there's a chance at the end of the game where they put it across the box. I think a boy doesn't just quite get on the end of it. The defender gets in the way. There's football's a game of moments, isn't it? And it can go any way. But he's going to have to really work to adapt to that and get used to those types of things. You also see Celtic get the win against St Mirren, obviously 1-0. Again, just seeing the highlights on Sports Scene, caught a little bit of it on Sunday. It was on the background. I had family up and stuff, so wasn't fully tuned into it. But McGregor, obviously, there's the one where it's a handball. Unfortunately, these days that's what happens. He scores, it's disallowed. But again, a couple of little chances from St Mirren there, but Celtic get the win, and that's all that really matters. I don't really think there's too much else to say on that. Kind of the rest of Sports Scene, Hibs do well. Obviously, get a good victory, a 2-1 away win. The Falkirk game sounded like it was really decent. Seeing that will be really intriguing to see how they get on. It was cool watching that on Sports Scene, and you see like the car park and all that stuff in the back. I don't know, there's an element like Scottish football just kind of needs to embrace those things, and that's what it is, and that's what we are as a league. But it was cool to see Falkirk come back up. I think I watched Dundee. Stephen Predsley, again, I'm not saying I know anything about, how he's doing and how he is as a manager, and I liked him when he was at Hearts when I was growing up as a player and everything like that, but I don't know, just everything seemed awkward in a Sports Scene interview. I don't know, it didn't seem like it fit. I don't know if that's going to work for Dundee, so best luck to Stephen Predsley with that there. I think that's basically it for the Scottish stuff, really, isn't it? In terms of the transfer stuff, we've obviously got Isak. That whole thing still going on. Chelsea have made, a lot of signings. Arsenal managed to get a couple over the line. There's a whole Sesko chat about whether he's going to go United or Newcastle. We'll see. I think that's roughly about it. Just kind of wanted to touch on the Scottish stuff to start with. Interesting weekend. Hearts play Aberdeen tonight. Hopefully it goes ahead with the high winds that are going on right now. I'm sure it will do, but hopefully that's a game I'm excited and intrigued to see Hearts under McInnes, and another kind of phase of the Tony Bloom type of stuff with the analytics and everything with a few signings that they made. So hopefully that goes ahead. Looking forward to it. Just a reminder that anyone watches this do have the subscription service where you get exclusive videos. They will start once the Premier League season starts. You will get at least an exclusive video every week. You get pretty much everything early, give or take, whether it be by a few hours or a day or something. Some stuff will just go out on YouTube like this. But yeah, there's also a fantasy football league there, and £100 cash prize to the winner. So you can only be that if you're a subscriber. So link will be in the description of this video, and link is also in the bio, and it's on all my social medias if you check me out. So I think that's it. Football's back. It's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the game goes ahead tonight, and Community Shield on Sunday, and then the Premier League follows the weekend after. So I'll come back with another video after my thoughts on the Champions League and some more games next weekend. Community Shield. And then we're into it. We are into it. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. It's Monday. Hope everyone has a good one. Peace.